Okay, so now we're done with our game. Now I'm going to move on to the place where really the most changes have happened, and that's actually in the play section. Okay, so excuse me. I'm going to pick the game that I just set up. And again, these options are fairly familiar. The only new one here, or the only visibly new one, is the addition of the stats button. Details just takes you into details of the game. Those are the things that I just set up. Head count allows you to check people off if they're not attending. And where I want to concentrate my time is in the game plan, stats, and then actually playing the game itself. So let's go into the game plan. Now, one of the criticisms of the previous version is you could really only see the current period and the next period, so you couldn't really do a full plan before the game started. So now, because I set this game up as having 4 quarters, I see 4 pages in this game plan. Okay. Again, the title at the top tells you which particular quarter we're looking at in this case. So when you start out, everything is open. So you have a couple of options about how you would go about setting up this game plan. Again, we can use the action button here and it'll show you the options that are available. The first option, and this is really pretty much the only way the prior version would work, and this was in this mode where it would automatically generate rotations for you, and I'm probably going to use that in this demonstration just because it's easier. So it just runs the algorithm through all 4 quarters and lays people out so that they get equal playing time according to their playing preferences. Once you're on a particular page, rotation details allows you to tweak the formation, so you can have different formations as you go through the game. I can actually use one of my saved lineups, so the lineups that I associated with this team, I can access them from here and actually load them into a particular period during the game. Or if I play the game and in a particular quarter I did so great that I want to save that away for later so that I can use that lineup again, I can come back here and actually save the lineup right from here back to be associated with the team. And plan time report just gives you an idea about how people are going to play, how you've planned them out to play during the game, and it can provide a little bit of verification about whether things are fair or not. So I'm going to use generate rotations, and what this does is it sets up all of my quarters for me in the fairest way possible. And the numbers that you see here, if people have used SoccerDad before, on the game screen you've seen times being displayed. So this, if you remember, if my game was only 4 minutes long, this shows you just how much time each player is going to get. Okay, so it's done a fairly good job based on the players that I have in positioning them. The other thing is you'll see some low times here, but those players may have played more in previous games and it's trying to balance the time across the season. Okay, so although I use generate rotations, I might want to say, make some changes here, and I can do that. We're in planning mode. So I clicked on Ethan here. I see all the players. Again, the players who are currently on this page are dimmed out, and I can see the other players who are available. So I can just click somebody else and they come in, and now the times are updated, right, to reflect that change. Okay, let's just show you something else. So in this, playing against the orange team, I always know that it's going to be a good game, and I really want to put on a defensive formation at the end of the game. So what I can do there is go to load lineup. We said we wanted a defensive formation. Okay, so we'll use that one. And now that is loaded into the 4th quarter. Okay, and maybe we want to say, okay, in the 2nd quarter we're going to use our attacking formation. Okay, that's good, that's the one we want. So there we go, we're going to play a 3-2 formation in the first quarter, a 2-3 formation in the second quarter, etc., etc. Okay, and as you see, those changes that we made are reflected in the times. Okay, another interesting thing for the sharp of eye is that as we did things in this screen, we got an extra item on this menu, undo. So undo right now is implemented in 2 areas of the system, in the game plan, this area, and also when you're playing the game. So what this will allow you to do is sort of undo your actions. So if you make a mistake or you just want to get back to where you were previously, you can undo. Okay. The other thing I can do is, if I'm fairly happy with this plan that I have, I can look at my plan time report. And so this will show you by player, by position, where people are going to be playing. You know, it shows you their total time, and this is the value that you are seeing out on the game screen. So it just gives you an idea about where people are going to play and if things look fair. Another slightly new option: you're always able to email reports like this to other users. An option with iOS 4.2 is the AirPrint capability. So that's what this is taking advantage of. So print report, if you have an AirPrint capable printer, will allow you to print your report directly to that printer. Okay. So that is game plan. Allows you to set up the game before you go onto the field, and this could be the week before, or it could be 5 minutes before, where you know now which players have actually shown up for your game.